All right, so who do I have here with me today?
Anthony Rocky Cruz. They call me Rocky.
They call you Rocky.
Yeah.
All right, Rocky. So what's your current living situation and how old are you?
Well, right now, I'm kind of like homeless, but I live in my car, and I live in the backyard of my cousin.
Backyard.
That's where my car's at.
Okay.
So I stay there in the backyard.
All right, so what's life like doing that? What's a day in a life like for you? And do you find it scary out here? How are the police treating you guys? I mean, things of that nature. Are the storefronts nice? Do they let you guys get water, etc.?
Oh yeah. The police haven't even talked to me yet. They always want to know who's in their city.
They do.
And I've been here 7 months, and they've been fine to me. I mean, I have no problem with the police. I have no problem living. I mean, I ain't got no water in the back, but it was summertime, so it's just barely turning winter.
It's starting to get cold.
Yeah. So my water was my ice. I would get bags of ice because I had a ice chest that you put ice in it and it blows cold air because I lived in my car.
Okay.
And without that, I wouldn't be able to make it.
Is this it right here? Could I showcase it if you don't mind?
Yeah, that's just a.
Yeah, that's cool.
All
right.
Those two things are for me.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
I got one for a friend right now.
Yeah,
because I had to let him go.
Yeah.
I let him stay there for a little bit.
But then you had to tell him,
yeah,
it's
because
time,
my cousin,
it's tiempo.
yeah, my cousin didn't want nobody back there,
Yeah.
And I
There's nothing wrong with that.
I feel bad doing that, but
I know. Don't you hate that when you try to help somebody and you're
Yeah.
trying to help people and there's certain things that you got to do. A lot of people they expect a lot more than what you're able to deliver.
Right.
Sometimes
and he's mad at me, saying I don't back him up, but what can I can't do nothing.
Yeah, your hands are tied. Yeah, hands are tied.
And I got a good place right now.
Yeah, so we got to keep
that.
Safe. Yeah.
I feel safe.
Well,
but I've been
good.
homeless for 30-some years.
Yeah, you were telling me that last time I talked to you. I mean, it was almost hard to believe. Were you ever not homeless? What was life like prior to you being homeless?
Well, I'm 62, and I've been homeless 30-some years, 30 plus.
Yeah.
And I had I was a ex-bodybuilder. I took second Mr. Arizona back in '87, and I played football. I played for Mesa Community College, but it's a junior college. But I was going to go to Northern Arizona, Flagstaff, and play football. That's when I had my accident. That's how I lost my leg.
Man, would you like to elaborate on that a little bit? What happened?
I was 19 years old, and I was coming back from Flagstaff.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just raining hard, and lost control, went off a cliff.
Damn, I'm sorry to hear that, man.
And
you lost your leg, like?
Yeah, well, I lost 2 girlfriends too, killed in my accident. So.
How far did you fall down?
It was like at least it rolled. It didn't go off in the air.
Okay.
It rolled down. It hit the guardrail, went through my car, and we rolled down. At least more than 200 feet. I know that. It was a long ways.
Man, that's why.
I didn't. It was like a dream.
Yeah, were you awake when it was happening?
Yeah.
Man.
I was awake. I think I went out maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
After we hit, and the car flipped over too. But,
so what was the impact like from what you can remember? I mean, was it crazy?
I was just hurt. It was a lot of pain because it didn't actually cut my leg off. It took my calf. So then I got gangrene, and so they cut the rest off.
Yeah.
And then, but that I remember that was painful. But I had another accident last year.
Yeah.
I got hit by a car crossing the street in my wheelchair. And,
what was that like, man?
They hit me from behind because I was in the turning lane.
Mm-hmm.
And oops, sorry, excuse me. I was in the turning lane,
Yeah.
and I was waiting for the other side to clear, and this car was on the turning lane too, and then it was a 16-year-old kid,
Yeah.
and he didn't see me, so he just plowed me over, and I broke my back, my neck,
Damn.
and lost a little more of my leg.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Man.
I mean, I had
Rocky, that's awful.
I had it about up to my knee,
Yeah.
and I saw the bone. I didn't feel nothing. I mean, I was flying in the air, and I knew I was going to hit the ground. I go, man, and I went like that, and I hit. I remember everything, but I didn't feel nothing, and I got up.
Yeah.
I don't know how I got up. I just feel like God was there for me, you know.
Yeah, that's
Because
awful.
anybody else probably would have been dead, because it was really bad, you know.
Yeah, man. Do you know how fast
hugged
he was going?
They said he was going 45
That's fast.
on
man.
the turning lane.
That's fast.
Yeah. It
And
was,
if you said you flew in the air,
I flew in
you
the
had
air.
to have been like, man, like at least like
It
10
wrecked my
feet,
wheelchair,
man.
yeah.
Yeah. man.
But it should have. I don't know. I mean, I know.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
45,
Yeah,
yeah, I
those
can't
are the
believe
type
it.
of things that make me believe God is real. You know, when
Yeah.
things like that happen and people have stories like that, all I can say to myself is, man, there is a higher power. You know, because
Right.
you're not supposed to be here right now,
Right, and that's
according to
twice.
physics and things
Yeah,
of that nature.
my first-
yeah,
first accident, 19,
yeah, 200
and then
feet.
I was 60
Man.
on this one.
Yeah,
60 years old. That's just 2 years ago, and I
Yeah,
healed
that-
fast.
Yeah, you got some strong, almost like titanium.
It was easier than the first one,
Yeah,
because I knew
what to expect.
Yeah, and I stayed in bed for like, I had nurses.
Helping, yeah.
Yeah. But
So, I mean, what are they giving? Are they giving you anything for the pain still? Or
not no more. No, they took
just
that
cut you
a
off.
long time ago. Yeah, I didn't really have that much pain.
Oh, okay.
It's like I say, I felt like God was there, man. He was
Yeah,
just
it
letting
had
me
to
know.
be. Yeah. So,
Hey, come on, man.
Yeah,
You
you're
know.
not. We're not ready for you yet.
Right.
Man, that's crazy.
It's like he held me. It's like he held me. Like, yeah.
Like you'll be all right. Yeah, hold on. Let's make that easy. Like the touch of life.
Right.
That's cool,
I mean,
man.
I was living at my son's house at the
Oh,
time.
okay.
I
Yeah.
wasn't homeless.
Mhm.
I lived with him for a year. I was homeless right before that.
Yeah.
And I went to live with him a year, and he let me.
Let you grab.
Yeah, I didn't want to say that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
All right, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. I mean,
Sucker.
yeah. What's wrong with him now? Like you say that, like it's something.
I still love my son. Well, he kicked me out, really, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, that's
and,
awful.
And I don't know what for. And he said I was just sleeping in bed all the time, lazy or something. I just had an accident, dude.
Yeah. Whoa. What'd you want me to do? Dance for you?
Right.
Man, huh?
Yeah.
Jeez. Yeah, people, it seems like people lose compassion for people who are displaced, who have disabilities, things of that nature. How do you feel? Like I asked you, how do you feel out here? Are people nice to you? Do they say hello to you, things of that nature?
To me, yeah, they are.
Because you talk.
Right. And plus, I'm
I
on
like
a
that.
wheelchair. They probably feel more sorry. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I don't even ask for money. People give me money.
Yeah.
You know, I believe that's God. That's God doing that, because
Higher power for sure.
He knows what I need,
Yeah.
not what I want.
Yeah.
You know, and seems like He's there all the time. Because I
Man.
pray to Jesus.
Yeah.
I mean, I believe. I don't know if anybody else, but I know I'm gonna believe it.
Yeah.
You know?
Nothing wrong with that. There's got to
He
be a
showed
higher
me.
power. Yeah. He
Seems like
showed you
me,
twice.
man. I'm
Yeah.
out here with nobody. Everybody let me down. They threw me out.
Isn't that weird how family does that sometimes?
Yeah, it is.
Supposed to be, they say blood is thicker than water, but sometimes that's not the case, man. I've met people that I've just met who are literally, cooler, and I have more of a bond and a kinship with them as opposed to someone that I've known
know.
my whole life. That's
I know.
crazy, right?
I know.
Someone that's supposed to be like your child, things of that nature, It's crazy.
You really don't know anybody unless you live with them.
Man,
You
that's
know?
true. No truer words have been spoken.
Yeah.
That's true.
Well, that's what I've been through,
Yeah. Once
and
you
and
live
I
with them,
don't
you can
hate
see.
people. I don't
Yeah.
hate nobody. I forgive them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if I don't forgive them, God won't forgive me. You know.
Yeah, that's true.
That's,
I don't believe nobody's perfect, you know.
yeah.
So
So
everybody has their faults, and I feel like 90% of people, or the population, are like a drink or a slip away from being displaced and homeless themselves.
right.
So
It could
I feel
happen
that a lot of people need to have a lot more compassion, because
Yeah.
it can happen to anybody.
in a New York minute.
New York minute.
You know?
Quick, huh? Boom, you can blink and
Yeah.
everything will be gone. 90% of people are living paycheck to paycheck.
Right. Right.
These little studios are $2,000 a month.
Before I was homeless,
1,500.
yeah, I lived paycheck to paycheck. You know, and well, I owed a lot of child support because I got the ladies kicked me out.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't want to leave, but that's why I went homeless because of trust. I couldn't trust my family. You know, nobody, and everybody just lies to me. You know,
Man.
everybody just not everybody. I mean, there's people that don't, but the ones you love,
Yeah, it's crazy.
I figured, you know, I just go out on the street. You know,
Yeah,
I
you could
live
do
like-
bad by yourself.
Well, my dad taught me how to. We went hunting. We used to
Yeah.
hunt, and he taught me how to survive and stuff. So
Yeah, so you got a pretty good idea how to be out here and live without nobody.
I don't have no problem being out here.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how it's been. You know, I didn't hate. I don't hate. You know, the hardest part is sleep.
Yeah.
You only sleep a few hours. You know.
I heard that people, they have to use drugs and like methamphetamines to stay awake so that they don't lose their last bit of their items out here on the street. You
Well-
think how do you feel about that, and what say
Yeah, I
you?
understand it, but it's hard to have your items unless you have a storage. You know, you gotta.
Yeah, true.
I got a storage. You know, I put my stuff in there,
Yeah.
and because I
Yeah.
went through it. You know.
Yeah. So you know.
I know.
Yeah.
And plus, they got other homeless people stealing from homeless people.
They do. That's what I
You
was
know?
asking. Like, what's it like out here? Is it dangerous? Is it scary? Do the homeless people mess with you? Are they more cool with you?
No,
like, what's
I
it
don't.
like?
I don't have no problem with them. They're all cool with me. I have
That's
problem
good,
with
man.
nobody.
That's cool.
You know, they're all good to me. You know, I just treat people like I want to be treated.
Yeah, respect.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what it is. respect.
that carries you a long way in
Yeah.
life. If you got a lot
Some of the people, you know, they're youngsters.
I
There's some
know.
youngsters here.
that are
I can't believe it.
crazy. Yeah.
Because there's times when I wasn't homeless, and when I came back, it was all young people. You know, so it was different. It was called the blues.
Oh yeah.
You
That's
know,
that's what my channel's
I
called.
didn't even know what the blues was.
Yeah.
I said, some girl asked me, "You got any blues?" And I'm going, "What?"
Yeah.
And she goes, "Never mind."
Yeah. That's what the channel's called, you know, blues, because I use it as a, you know, two meanings, you know. One like giving you the blues, and then the
Right.
other one like the fentanyl and stuff.
The blues, is that
Yeah,
like
the
being
blues.
sad?
The blues, like, yeah, being sad
Yeah.
and just all
Got the blues.
down all the time. And then the other one is, you know, the blues.
Yeah. Most of the homeless people, a lot of them hang out with each other,
I know.
so they won't get the blues. I
Yeah.
mean, sadness,
The sadness.
not the other.
Yeah.
But maybe it's both. I don't know.
Yeah.
but I hang out by myself. you
That's
know?
why I think you're a lot better as far as like mentally and stuff.
Right.
Because when you start hanging out with people, it projects a certain kind of, you know, and that's when the people and like officers start to mess with you when you're in a big group.
Yeah. A lot of other drama too, you know.
Oh,
you,
yeah.
You want to trust them, and then
you
all of a sudden
can't.
they just burn you, you know.
Burn you.
Burn you.
New York Minute.
And yeah.
What'd you say? A New York Minute,
Yeah,
huh?
you just like right now. I'm probably getting burned right now. I don't know. I hope not.
Nah, I don't be burning people.
You know,
I try to do it
I'm
with a
not
little
talking
bit of
about
integrity.
you.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about there's somebody in my house that I told him he had to leave. You know.
Oh,
And
yeah.
he's probably, you know, packing up.
And packing your
And I
stuff with
just
it.
pray to God that, because I'm still his friend, and it's not my fault. I gotta tell him to leave.
Yeah, yeah.
So, just hope that he don't turn against me.
Yeah, let's hope. Nah. So where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Out here,
Out here?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to go back to get a job. I'm 62 years old.
So that's over with?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I want to get back to the gym. That's about it.
Yeah, work out a little
Yeah.
bit, stuff like
I
that.
mean, I got a gym membership at EOS.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But I haven't been going.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's hard when seems like one thing after another.
Yeah,
You
like
know?
like the old snowball effect. Once it gets going, it just picks up stuff on the way.
Yeah.
Next thing, then the next thing, then the next thing, then the next thing, and then it's like, man.
I meet a lot of strange people out here. I mean, the homeless people. There's some that they say they got energy. They can tell this and that. Someone can tell what you're doing by your eyes. But I don't know.
Oh, is that the old saying?
Yeah.
What did he say on Scarface? The eyes, Chico.
Oh,
The eyes never lie.
Este jaloto the little friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
it in 5 years. So you plan to still be out here, huh?
Well, I like Scottsdale.
It's nice. It's
This is the best city I've ever been to. I've been to a lot. I've been to Chandler, Mesa, Tempe. I grew up in Tempe, and I've been to East Mesa.
Yeah.
That's where I did accident. But I've been all over the cities. But this is people seem nicer here, but
A little bit.
But they're, how do you say it?
Stuck up.
Yeah, they're prejudiced. Okay.
Major.
But since I'm on the wheelchair, I'm just thinking that it'd just be nice.
Giving you a pass.
Yeah, I told people, get on a wheelchair.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So if anybody that you know or someone that maybe your family member or your son or someone sees this video, is there anything you would like to say to him?
I should like to say that if you were worrying about me, it's okay. But I'm doing good. It's, I'm not eating out of no garbage cans. Put it that way.
That's cool.
You know, I mean, I'm homeless, but it's no matter what.
Yeah.
You know, and that's about it. You know,
That's
I only
about
got my
it?
brothers. My dad, he passed.
Man,
my mother,
I'm sorry to hear that.
she's not
Yeah.
around. She's still alive, but she lives in California.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you have family out here?
My mom left when I was 5 years old.
Okay. Wow.
So, yeah, I only had a dad.
Okay.
He raised us, and
Did a pretty good job.
yeah, he did. I can't blame my dad for anything.
Yeah, that's cool,
You know,
man.
he raised it like my dad. He says, "I didn't raise you to be out there on the streets."
Raised you to be a man, huh?
But he got married to some lady, and we all just left. And
Just left him
we didn't
there.
like, but my dad changed after that.
Yeah, sometimes that happens,
Yeah,
when
but-
someone meets someone, they kind of forget about their.
But he needed somebody, you know.
Yeah, a lot
He
of.
always,
yeah.
he didn't have nobody. He raised us like a man, you know.
Yeah, that's.
A real man, you know. He did everything for us.
Yeah, that's
You know,
good.
took us to church.
Yeah, I
know?
mean, everybody went to church when they were young. You and I did. That's funny. My nana
I
took
know,
me
as
to
soon as
church. Yeah.
As soon as I got of age, I left the church, you know. But I still believe, you know.
Yeah, that's good that you,
Yeah.
you still have faith. That's
I
really
do.
good. That's really good.
I believe that God's taking care of me out here.
Yeah,
'Cause
that's
I
good.
ask,
Yeah.
you know.
They say if you ask, you
I
shall
pray for others
receive.
too,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's always good.
Because I believe in prayer.
Yeah, that's always good. Well, if you if somebody sees this and they have the financial ability, if there's something, is there something that you may want or need or desire, anything of that nature, that someone who might see this or come across this video, is there anything you might want or need?
No, I don't need or want it. I got everything. Seems like I got everything. I just miss my cat.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. Yeah, I
My
wish we
cat-
could get your cat back to you.
I mean, Louie.
Little Louie.
Louie, man.
Yeah.
Louie was 8 years old when she went missing.
How old is she now?
Probably about 10.
Yeah,
been
about
2
10,
years.
2 years.
Yeah. And I'm
Man,
still believing
that maybe
I
you'll
know
get
that
and
it's okay,
give it to yeah.
that God's gonna bring her, or she's gonna find her way home.
That'd be
Uh,
crazy,
it's
huh?
happened before, so
Yeah.
hopefully it'll happen again.
Yeah, that's cool. I hope so too. Well, man, I want to thank you for this interview. I think this was really dope. I think it was cool. Hopefully next time I see you, we can get a part two, and hopefully you found your cat, and maybe uh, someone or one of your family members or your brothers might have seen this and contact me to maybe get in contact with you. You never know.
Yeah. Where are they gonna see that at? Like,
Um, be YouTube, Instagram,
okay,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So we'll see. You never know. You never know. Big things happen when you do stuff
I just want
like
to tell all
this.
my friends from
Yeah.
high school, man. I miss you guys. Yeah,
Right.
and I know you guys get together, Tempe High Buffaloes,
Uh-oh.
class of 1980.
Yeah.
Well, I really would like to see you guys, but football team.
Yeah.
All right.
There it is there. Thank you, man.